Welcome to episode number 5 of the SoCal series, and let's take a look at the jobs that need to get done in today's episode. We've got a KCK to San Bernardino unit autorack train in a siding here between Baseline and Vertimont, and it needs to get into the San Bernardino GM auto facility. And here's the auto facility. 20 cars need to go onto this industry track here. So if I turn on the tags, you can see those. So 20 cars need to go on this track here, and then the rest of the train needs to be put on these two tracks. And if I look at my San Bernardino map, the 20 cars are going on track 676. This is the Cajon map. On page 1, you'll see the San Bernardino GM auto facility. 20 cars need to go on the work track number 676, and then the rest of the train needs to be split up however you want between tracks 671 and 672. Over in Barstow, the yard master has sent another train over the hump, and you can see we got a track that's almost full. So these need to be pulled out. And these cars are tagged for LMC, which is La Mirada Yard on the San Bernardino sub heading towards Los Angeles. So all of these LMC cars need to be pulled out of the bowl utilizing these bowl switchers here. We got some, we got a GP40 and an SD40-2. So you're going to use those to pull all the cut of cars that are tagged LMC, and you're going to put them on this track right here, this departure, South Departure Track 3. All right, let's get started. The first thing we got on the agenda today is this train that just came in from Kansas City, Argentine Yard, and is heading to the San Bernardino GM Auto Facility Yard. And we got to split it up onto a few tracks. This is a unit auto rack train. So I'm going to do an AI recrew, and then I'm going to have to flip the switch here, but let me just check the main line first and make sure he's clear to leave this, because he's in a siding over on the Cajon sub between Baseline and Vertimont. He's right in here, but it looks like we got a clear track, so I can flip that switch. And actually, before I flip it, I don't want auto to give him a signal, because I need to get him manually down to this auto yard down here, and auto can't route him in there. I got to flip a manual switch. So what I'm going to do is hit F1 and just turn auto off here for the Cajon sub, and then that way I can flip this switch. And you can see where we're at there. And then I'll switch him over here and give him a green there and a green there. And I think I'll do that one too. But it's right in here that I got to switch, so we'll have to watch him. Still really steep downhill here, so he goes right into the dynamic brakes right away. And then I'll also stay here until he clears this switch. That way I could flip it back, so we're not following up any of the main lines. Actually, I want to try something. I want to get rid of this signal. And I'm going to do a restricting because I'm pretty sure it works where if I give him a restricting, he stays under 15, which is what I want because he's going to be pulling into a train yard. I don't want him getting up to track speed. So now I'm going to right click to give him a restricting there. So he should stay below 15. I think that'll work. And he's clear. So I'll flip this back and then let's head on over to this area where he's coming in. So here's the auto yard where he's going to be pulling in to here. So those switches look good. Let's see. I'm going to have him go. He's going to be pulling in here at the East B yard. So I should be able, actually, because I gave him a restricting. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if I ever really knew that before. This might be new to me. So because I gave him a restricting, I think that's why it let me throw the switch. Whereas if I had given him a green and these blocks were green all the way across, I'd probably get that warning that you can't throw the switch because there's a train line over it. So I think that's the way to go, is that final restricting signal. And then let's see where I got to put him here. So I have to put 20 cars onto this track right here, and then the rest on these holding tracks here in the yard. So I think what I'll do is, let's go straight through on this track. So let me make sure these are lined up. So that would be this one. And I'll save my spot here as Shift F1, or hold Shift and hit the number 1 key. So that's saved in slot 1, so I could easily get back there. And actually, you know what I'll do is I'll use my extra board camera 1 as well. And then he's going to be coming straight through here. And then he'll make this curve, and then he'll stop up here because of that switch. So I can do an extra board save camera 2 right here. All right, perfect. Let's go check in, see where he's at. So some of you guys, let me jump back out here. Some of you guys have been saying it's a little tricky to jump into a moving AI controlled train. You're having trouble with it. it's really easy. The stock key is, I think it's F. You have to hold F11 and then left click on your mouse. For me, I switched it to spacebar. So if I just come up here, and you want to click on the middle of the locomotive, just kind of like right in the center of it, this area. So I just hold spacebar and click somewhere in here while holding spacebar, or for you it'd be F11. And you see at the top it says you're too far away or there's no empty seats. So I'm just too far away. I just get a little closer, click right here, and now I'm under the train. So you can just check the guy's boots there. And then let's see, can I... There, I just moved to a different spot, which for me is hold control and then hit either the left or right arrow to move within the train. I think that's happened to me before, where I show up underneath the ground. I think that's a glitch. I don't think that's supposed to happen. I think it only happens on certain locomotives. But normally when you click, in the middle, holding down, like for example, if I wanted to hop in this this one right here, same thing. And now look at, I'm sitting inside of this one. So just make sure you hold that. For me, if you're using my key bindings, hold down the space bar and then left click just somewhere in the middle of the locomotive when you're close by to it. And now if I hit the 4 key, now I'm tracking on the one that I was just inside of rather than the lead. See how if I zoom in, I'm tracking on that one that I was just inside of? Oh, it looks like he's showing red up there, but that's because that's right. I gotta fix that. So because I flipped the switch, which was this one, he's not getting the restricting. He's not seeing the restricting. But now he will. No? Oh, it disappeared. There it is. Now it's back. I wonder why it disappeared. Maybe because I had the switch thrown. But as soon as he crosses this, then I can jump ahead and flip that switch. So now I can go back over here and I can throw this switch because he's past that restricting. And now he'll pull into the yard. Yeah, and it seems to be working because it was a restricting. It looks like he's keeping it at under 15 miles an hour. So that's a nice thing to know that works. So while he's pulling into this yard, let's jump over to Barstow because we got to start pulling some cars out of the bowl and making an outbound train. So the yard master over here sent another train over the hump, and we've got a track here for La Mirada LMC that's pretty full. So I got to pull these out, and then we're going to pull another track either for LAJ, because we got LAJ cars here, so we can combine those onto the same train heading down to Los Angeles. But I'm thinking I might do, not Fresno, I think this PPH I'm going to do. And we could even do these two for San Bernardino, but I think I'll leave those. Victorville, we could do those. Oh, I got 2 tracks for Victorville? Oh, wait, that's Modesto? Huh. Oh, that might, maybe we had an issue there. I might have to pull that one out. For some reason, that Victorville went down that track. It looks like these are all, yeah. So we could fix that too. And these are, that's Kingman. So that's in Arizona. So that's not, we don't want that one. So I think I'm going to just do the LMC and we'll put the ones for PPH, which is porphyry yard. I think we'll put those all on a train. And then over here, we've got some new switchers here for the bowl. We got some MP15s, which I'll get fired up. Make that the lead unit. And I think this will make it a little bit challenging because these don't have dynamic brakes. And it's on a downhill over here, so that definitely makes it more of a challenge. So I need to go straight back here. And we're picking up these for LMC. So I got to go through here. Oh no, I'm going the wrong way already. I forgot because I have these backwards. Because they're technically, these operate with the long hood forward as their natural way. So because I have them this way, let me actually hop in here. Hop in this one. Because I have them the other way, it's actually, I have to go the reverse of what you normally would expect. So I actually got to go forward here with the lead. And I should switch this to, I think I'll just do, wait, is it not going to let me? It's not going to let me. I probably have to be in neutral. No? Oh, what am I talking about? I'm in the trailing unit. Let me jump to the lead unit here. Alright, I want to switch this to the S1 because that is better for switch. See how it says switching? It's going writing down there, S1, S2. And then switching, if you put it in switching S2, that gives you even more RPM, engine RPM. But I think S1 should be fine for what we're doing here. You know what? I was going to do an AI recrew, but I can't because they're not facing the right way. AI will only work if they're facing forwards. Forgot about that. Well, okay, we're back, and I got a GP40 and I've got an SD40-2 that I'm going to use instead for my bull switchers. So let's get these tagged in here. And this will just allow me to do use the AI. I mean, I could use the AI with the MP15s, but I have to flip them the other way so that they're long hood forward, you know, facing away from each other. But also, because they don't have the dynamic brakes, it's probably not ideal for pulling these big heavy cuts out of the yard here where we're going to be going downhill. Oh wait, do I have this as a lead unit? There. So I think it's better to use SD40s, or in this case a GP40 and an SD40, because then we got the dynamic brakes we can utilize, which will definitely be needed. Going the direction we're going, it's uphill 0.4%. So just keep that in mind, because when we pull this cut, we're actually going a decent downhill. So it'll pick up speed quick. All right, what I'm going to do is use the AI to pull this out. So I need to make sure that I've got my tracks set up correctly. So we're going to go, or my switches, we're going to go this way, and then he'll stop up here. So he'll stop at this one because it's thrown against him. And I think that should be far enough. Because then we got to... Oh, no, we'll have to switch him over here. So I think what I'll do is I'll actually... He's going to come through here. Oh, no, this isn't thrown against him. Yeah, so this is what I want. I want him to come through here. Go straight this way. Straight through here, so that's correct. And then I'm going to throw... Oh, this one's against him right here. That should be good. That should be enough distance. You'll see what I'm talking about here later. So I think I'll actually save this to this spot because this is where he'll be. I'll do Shift 3. And now I can get him going. So I do an AI recrew and he'll pull it out to that spot where we just were. And then this will let me get some other power. I'll show you what I do to get these trains built with help from the AI train crews. But let's just watch them pull out for a second here. And I need to get back down to San Bernardino because our autorack train has made it to that switch. But before I do that, I want to get some power for this train that I'm building here in place. So let's zoom over here and grab, I think 3 should be enough. Let's go with these 3 here. These got enough fuel, that's fine. Yeah, these are fine. So I'm going to take this one. Make sure to disconnect the MU cable. Oh, I gotta do auto. Oh shoot, I don't want to. I messed that up because if I hit auto air brakes or circuit breakers, it might reconnect, like redo what I did. But actually, maybe not because I just uncoupled. It shouldn't. Let's see. Well, I'll just back up a little bit. I guess it really doesn't matter. I just need to back up a foot or two just to make sure. Yeah, just to completely decouple. So now I can stop it because I'm going to have a crew take this for me. Alright, so now what I can do is just set that as lead unit AI recrew, and then they're going to take it over. And I'll show you what I'm going to do here. So this is going to be the power that's taking this train down to La Mirada and Porphyry Yard. And I don't think we're going to need any DPUs because we're going down Cajon. So we got that one good. This switch is, I got to put an MOW here, sign here. This one, it's really important. So hit F6 and then I'm just going to drop a green. And the reason is because this should always be green unless obviously you're doing what I'm doing now. Because if you forget this and leave it red and then a train's coming out of the yard, it's supposed to go straight and exit onto a main line, but you'd end up going into the power and that's happened before down here into the receiving yard. You'd have some issues. So we got to make sure we put that back. And then I can go straight through here all the way. Oh, you know what? I got to turn auto back on here. San Bernardino. Hope I don't get in trouble for that one. Because our train's in the yard, so it doesn't matter. Actually, I got to put that. Let me just jump over here real quick. Actually, right here. Oh, I can't put it back because we're too long. But okay, so I'm going to have this one relinquish because I got to jump in here and take over. I can't put that back. Let's go back over to Barstow. We'll deal with that in a second because I got to make sure that this guy has the switches lined correctly to get to where he needs to get. So if I go to Barstow, he's going to be going to the south departure yard. And then he's going to go this way. All right, so he's clear all the way down to here. He's going to run all the way down here. And then I'm going to utilize him to pull this LMC train onto one of those departure tracks. So what I need to do is flip these two switches. And I need this train to actually go a little further. I need more room. So the 3 power units are going to come down here to grab onto this, but this is too far still. So I need him to go further up here. So I got to fix this switch, and then I think I'll probably put a truck down maybe. So this will allow that bowl switcher to go further. And I guess I could just let him go down here. Might be too far, but I guess since I got the AI crew doing it, it's not that big of a deal. So this guy's going to stop down there when he runs into that switch, that green one further down by the light, so he won't leave the yard. And I can double check. Yeah, he's not getting any kind of signal out of the yard. I can see where the 3 locomotives for the lead of our train we're building are coming down here, these blocks. And this is a great spot to end episode number 5, so we'll finish up these jobs in episode number 6, so stay tuned.